Let's consider this problem. Write the exponential function that contains the ordered pairs 2, 2, and 3, 3. Now keep in mind that an exponential function fits a particular equation, which I'll show you here in just a second. But generally, exponential growth is when something grows slowly over a long period of time and then explodes upward. So that's what this graph should look like if we were to look at the graph. So let's look at how to do this algebraically first. Of course, you're going to use this equation for exponential functions, y equals ab to the x power. That's an x. So ab to the x power. So what I want to do is take the first order pair and put it in for x and y. So y is 2. I don't know what a and b are right now. If I knew that, I would be done. So that's the first ordered pair placed into this equation. So notice I put 2 where x is because 2 is an x value here. So I put 2 there, and 2 is a y value. So I put 2 there. So I have that. Now I want to do the same thing for 3, 3. So, oops. So I want to do the same thing for 3, 3. So I'm going to put 3 in y's place. And then I have 3 in x's place, so I just substitute those in there. So the problem is I have 2 equations with 2 unknowns. Now I can solve this by using substitution. So when you have 2 equations and 2 unknowns, that's enough information to figure out what a and b are. And what I'm going to do is solve for a in this problem. So if I solve for a in this problem, I'm going to divide both sides by b squared. And that way these cancel, so I have a equals a over b squared. And then I'm going to take that and put it into this equation. So instead of using a, I'm going to write it's 2 over b squared. Do you see what I did there? So I took this equation and I solved for a by dividing both sides by b squared. The b squareds cancel, so I see that a is equal to 2 over b squared. So I came over here and I put that in for a. So when it came to writing a, I didn't write a, I wrote 2 over b squared because a is 2 over b squared. Now if I simplify this, I'm going to simplify by canceling 2 of these b's, b squared, with 2 of those, which will only leave me with 1. So 2b equals 3. Let me write that down. 2b equals 3. So since 2b equals 3, if I divide both sides by 2, I can see that b equals 3 halves. Well, that's part of what I need to write this exponential function. I've got the b part. So what I want to do now is take that b part. So let me write this equation down. So y equals ab to the x power, except now I know that b is, what was it? 3 halves. So b is 3 halves. So what I'm going to do is put 3 halves here for b. So the next thing I need to know is what is a, and I can use either one of these ordered pairs here. I can either use 2, 2, or I can use 3, 3. I'm going to use 2, 2. So I'm going to put 2 in y's place, and I'm going to put 2 in x's place. And then I'm going to do the math on this, which means I'm going to square those. So if you square 3, you get 9, and if you square 4, you get 2. That's how you square a fraction. So 3 squared is 9, 2 squared is 4. Now I'm trying to solve for a, so at this point I'm going to multiply by 4 over 9, because that will get that to cancel. So I'm multiplying by the reciprocal of 9/4. The beauty of that is that these numbers cross cancel and I have a by itself. Now remember that whatever you do to one side of an equation, you have to do the same thing to the other side of the equation, and this is 2 over 1 over here. So a equals 8/9. Very good. So my final equation is going to have a in it, which is 8/9. So notice how I'm going to do that. So 8/9, and then it's going to have the b value, which was right there, 3 halves. and then to the x power. So that is the exponential function that contains the two ordered pairs. So I found the a value and the b value. And so that's how to do it by hand. Now let's consider the same problem but done with technology. So we're writing the exponential function that contains the two ordered pairs 2, 2 and 3, 3. And so we just need to figure out what a and b are. So let me show you how to do that using technology. So first of all, I'm going to do that with a calculator. And I'm using the, what is this? The TI-84 Plus. That's what I'm using. So if you turn this on, so I get the screen on here, what you're going to do is hit Stat, and with it on Edit, you're going to go into these columns and you're going to put the ordered pairs there. So I have 2 and 3. Those are the x values in the problem up here. So notice the x values are 2 and 3. So I have those in there. Now I'm going to right arrow over. And so this y value is 2 and the y value is 3 on that one. So this represents the ordered pair 2, 2 and 3, 3. Now go back to the stat mode, hit stat, and then go over with your arrows here to calculate and scroll down. These are all regression functions on the calculator here. We want to scroll down to exponential regression because they told us in this problem to write the exponential function that has those two ordered pairs. So with it on exponential regression, I'm going to hit enter. And this is a prompt saying, do you really want to do it? So hit enter again, and it gives you the values. So what it's giving you is 0.8 repeating for A and 1.5 for the B. And a while ago when I did this, I got 8/9 and 3/2. That's the same thing. So 1.5 is 3/2 and 0.8 repeating is 8/9. Now, if you didn't know that, you didn't know how to do that, let me show you on the calculator how you can do that. If I clear this off, if you punch in point and a bunch of 8s, that's 0.8 repeating. And then you hit math on the calculator, math. And frac, which means change it to a fraction, and hit enter twice, it will change that to a fraction for you. So 8/9. So if I had done this on a calculator and gotten this, it will convert that to 8/9. And of course, 1.5, you can do the very same thing. So let's say I had 1.5 and I hit math and frac. It changes that to 3/2. So this, using the stat menu on this is super quick and a really nice shortcut. I do think that a good mathematician should be able to do both ways though. So don't just latch onto this stat mode and use that and not be capable of doing the substitution that I did earlier. All right, have a good one.